Peace and blessings, family. This is D Rhodes with another episode on a D Rhodes talk show. So today, what we tapping into is the Canelo versus Terence Crawford fight. Yo, we excited about this one. We excited about this one, family. We are very, very excited for this one. So they have agreed. It said that they have agreed to fight in Vegas in September. We gotta wait 8 months, but that's gonna be a lovely wait right there because we this something we've been waiting for, and this is something that Terence Crawford himself has been waiting for. This is a fight of a career. You know what I'm saying? This is life changing. This is life changing right now for him. With Terence Crawford, man, he has been putting in that work. He has been putting in that pain. For a while. They wasn't trying to let him through the doors, but he kept going. He kept at it until, he was given that opportunity to make a name for himself. And he took full advantage of that opportunity. And so I think he represents himself. He represents his family. He represents the culture as it should be represented. Keep knocking at that door until we knock it down. That's the energy. And that's what Terence Crawford has provided. He is a representation of what we should move like, point blank. And so I'm very excited for this fight. I'm very excited for Terence Crawford. He was criticized for his last performance at 154. Man, he was going into something new. And so I know I know he know it's gonna be questions of whether at that 168. We know he's a technician. We know he's great at boxing. We know he knows what he's doing. But the questions that people on the outside are going to be asking is he going to have that punching power that's needed at that 168? Because we know he got the speed. We know he has the accuracy. Is he going to be able to take those punches at 168? And with the confidence that Terence Crawford exudes, he's going to tell you, yeah, he with the shenanigans. He want all the smoke. He could throw the punch and he could take the punch. But we want to see that as fans. That's what the fans is going to be looking for. That him having that opportunity to prove that. Now, for both, they both, the faces of their race. Canelo for his people, and Terence Crawford as well as Tank for us. The black culture. So each one of our community gonna be rooting for Crawford. I hope. Listen, I don't want to see none of y'all out here rooting for Canelo. Like, yo, listen. The same way the Mexicans back up their fighters, we need to be out here backing up our fighters. We want to see our fighters win. And got mad love for them. It's nothing against. It's just like, yo, listen, we want to win. We want to win at our sports. And then dap it up after, like, yo, your fighter did their thing, our fighter did our thing, did his thing. It's all about love, respect, and competition. So I'm out here. I'm rooting for Crawford, point blank. You get what I'm saying? So but they both the faces of their race when it comes to this boxing stuff. So, family, my question to y'all is: what will Crawford need to do to keep his big O? How is he gonna stay undefeated? What does he need to do in this boxing match? To make sure that he has that. Oh, I don't foresee him knocking out a Canelo. It's not happening. It's not gonna be the same kind of fight that happened with Spence. And that's a fight. We wish we could have had earlier time of Errol Spence's career, but it's not gonna be that same kind of fight. This is going to be more of a chess. This is going to be a very exciting fight. And we're going to see two technicians going at it. But what does Crawford need to do to get that? And if he does get this win, if he does get this win, can people question him as being an all-time great? Does he deserve to be in that top position with them greats? Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Joe Frazier, you know, does he deserve that? I think he do. And nevertheless, for Terence Crawford, this is a win-win situation. This is a win-win situation. He wins that fight, he is cemented as an all-time great. And nobody could question that. You cannot question it after this. If he loses, it's going to be that bad. He get to retire and he don't have to worry about money ever again in his life as long as he, do right by it. So it's a win-win for his for Terence Crawford. Canelo, Canelo, he's cemented already. Canelo could lose this fight. He already has earned that respect. He already earned that. People try to go at Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford, to me, he has earned that as well. But people want him to put more on his resume. So T Craw, let's go get that other one on the resume. Let's go get that. Now, moving on, Tank Davis. Right? Tank Davis has said to fight Ryan Garcia, he won 150 M's. I ain't mad at Tank. Yo, listen, this is my worth. Pay me it. Pay me my worth. I want 150 M's. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think Tank, people are saying like that's an unrealistic number. I don't think Tank really saying 150 M's. He's just saying, yo, listen, y'all want this rematch? Y'all gonna have to throw that bag. He's setting that high number. So, they know that, listen, we gonna have to throw that bag for this fight. Tank, to me, he has, as well as Terence, they have gotten to that point of their career where they could demand their numbers. They could decide who they want to fight. A lot of people want Tank to do those risky fights with, these top tier fighters, but forgetting that Tank has himself to think about and his family, right? Because if Tank go and do these dangerous fights and he's not getting the bag that he's worth and he gets that loss, that we already see with boxing, that can hurt the future bag. I believe Tank is one of those fighters that's looking to create generational wealth. So why would he risk that for people that wouldn't even risk it? They wouldn't risk it. You get what I'm saying? Putting it on a line like that. Like, nah, Tank gotta think smart. He has to think smart. He has to think strategically. So he's going to take these fights until somebody shows up with that number that's going to make sense for him. For him to go out there and put that at risk and that future bag at risk. And the next question is, okay, Tank has been talking about retiring, and his reason for retiring, I completely respect. One of the reasons is, he wants to go to therapy so he can have a better relationship with his children. I completely respect that. You get what I'm saying? Like, forget about boxing. He done made the money. Now he's thinking about family, so I completely respect it. He has served his purpose in a moment. He has utilized his God-given talent that he worked hard on. He has worked hard on, and he deserves that opportunity. And his style of boxing, which is very figuring out his opponents, taking those hits and things like that. I really believe that he should retire at a young age to make sure that he can be a functional man for his family in the future. So as far as the pressure that Tank need to fight this person and that to prove who he is, he already has proven that. He already proven that. And who's next up, right? Devin Haney, his opportunity seems to have slipped through the cracks with his loss to Ryan Garcia, even though Ryan Garcia uh, was tested positive for banned substances, as well as right now Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, he's out with an injury. So right now, he's out of the conversation as far as fighting Tank, and people haven't been impressed with his last viewings of his boxing, saying he's boring and things like that. And so people are wondering, do they even want to see that fight? I think it would be a good fight. I think it would be a good fight, but I don't think it would be a good fight for the culture. I want to see both these two young black men get the biggest bag that they can get, and I think that's by fighting other cultures. I think Shakur Stevenson should go out and start fighting more European fighters, more South American fighters, so his his boxing ability is being shown to other coaches, and he's attracting more of a bigger bag. The same model that Floyd Mayweather and Tank has been doing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing two of our top fighters fight each other and then one knock the other off the cliff, that's stopping the money that's coming into our culture. So I think that for the time being, let them stay away from each other, and then when they can maximize their bag and they know they out the door, then let's see that fight. But right now, nah, continue to grow y'all bag, young fellas. But that's all I have to say for today. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share with y'all friends and family. If y'all want some content for me to talk on, leave it in the comment section. Let's get it. Let's dive into the culture. Peace, family.